guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video again today. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. If you watch a lot of scrappy YouTube videos, as I'm sure you do, I know I do, you will know that there's a little bit of a thing going on at the moment where people are trying to do layouts not using any white, which is, you know, we all love our white cardstock, so it's quite difficult. But I thought I would do something a little different and do an all white layout, which I thought sounded pretty easy, and it was not. It was not at all, as you will see. So I went through my entire stash and pulled out everything white that I could find, which actually I didn't have that much of, because usually it's got a little bit of black or more often a little bit of gold. But anyway, I was okay with having a little bit of silver or a little bit of grey, because I thought, you know, it's more or less white, almost. So, cheating, but, you know, whatever. So, I'm just tearing a few strips to go along the top of my layout there, and it's a strip of vellum, a strip of Studio Calico grid paper that's lined with a light grey grid, and just some white cardstock. And I'm just showing you some of the other things I've pulled out of my stash, and yes, that is bubble wrap and even a piece of kitchen towel. I was getting a little desperate, but you know, it's really hard to find all white things. I'm backing my photograph here onto some waxed paper. A waxed paper has a sort of dull side and a shiny side, and I'm backing it onto the shiny side and just trimming it with my enormous gold-handled scissors there. That's another one of my internet buys where I'm infamous for buying something and it turns up and it is enormous. And those are definitely enormous scissors. So yes, I'm backing that onto the waxed paper, and here I've had these white number stickers in my stash forever. I think they're Kelly Perky for Simon Says Stamp, and I haven't used them, so I thought, right, I'm going to use the what's it called, the outline, the sticker stencil, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to use that and leaving the numbers on their backing sheets so that I can still use the numbers should I want to. And I'm just going to use the backing, the sticker stencil-y thing as a little bit of texture, because that's the problem when you're using tone on tone. It's really hard to get depth and texture into your layout, and that was one of the things I was having the most difficulty with. So I'm using just about everything I can to add in the right amount of depth that I'd like in my layers. And I'm just backed onto a little bit of bubble wrap there that I had in my texture box, and a scrap of notebook punched white cardstock, and now I'm backing it onto some tissue paper that has white text on it, and the text is actually just it's branding for Space NK, a beauty store here in the UK, but you can't see it once it's on the layout, so I'm happy to use it. Just deciding whether I want to use this notebook punched vellum, but I don't, because I've already got enough punch there. And I have these overlays, photo overlays. I think they are Project Life overlays, but again, they've been in my stash forever and I've never used them, but actually this was going to work out quite well. And that's the same grid paper that I used along the top there, just to create another layer between the tissue paper and whatever elements I'm going to use. I think about the tag, but I don't end up using the tag. And I know I definitely want to use some gemstones on this, because my daughter loves a little bit of bling. She really does. And I have all these diamante gemstone things in my stash that I never use. I never use them on layouts. Like, they're just not my kind of thing. But I thought I would use them for this, because although they're not white, I'm going with sort of silvery colourless as well, because I'm kind of cheating. But it's my challenge, and you know, I can cheat on my own challenge if I want to. And I'm going to use those beautiful, beautiful pink paisley Paige Evans Take Me Away thickers for my title. And I'm just adding a zigzag stitch along the top with my sewing machine there. And I think I'll use just a normal running stitch on the next one. I think so. And here I'm going to cut out because my sewing machine goes mental. It went crazy and started spitting out cotton all over the place, so I had to fix it. And I came back and popped another stitch on there. And now I'm going to add just some of the notebook vellum and a little more of the grid paper, just torn roughly, and just to that bottom left corner, just to give me 3 separate sort of layered elements on the page. And again, I'm going to run some zigzag stitching just down that, just really quick. And as usual, I'm just using my XOXO tweezers just to pull the loops through so that it brings all of the cotton to the back so that I can stick it down really easily. And with this layout, hello, I got less than 30 minutes. Yeah, I know, I'm getting quicker. Which is a good thing, definitely. I feel like all my layouts have been taking forever. I really haven't gotten back into the swing of it, but this one was quite quick, which is surprising considering I didn't find it particularly easy to do. And you can see I'm just ruffling up and tearing my edges of my paper strips there, just to add in that texture again and give some shadow. Again, I feel like adding shadow into the layout really helps when using tone on tone to differentiate. Sorry, I've just dropped a pen onto my laptop. To help differentiate between all the elements that you know, the tones are blending in with each other. I'm just checking my placement there, and I'm quite happy with where it's going to be. I'm adding some foam to the back again so that it'll add a shadow beyond the layers once I stick it down. And yes, that is my kitchen tissue, kitchen towel, paper towel. That was, couldn't think for a second. Paper towel. It's just a textured white towel, and I really like the texture of it. And because it's hidden behind all of the layers, you can't necessarily tell that it's tissue. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm just trimming the gems that I said earlier I was going to use, so that they can go onto opposite corners, just sort of hidden behind the photo layers, so that you just get a sort of peak of bling, particularly because they have a sort of silver backing beyond the clear gem, and I didn't want too much of another colour. I feel like the silver and the sort of grey is cheating a little bit, so I didn't want too much showing to take away from the white tonal effect of the rest of the piece. I'm just adding some with my tiny attacher into some of the layer folds. Layer folds? Is that what they're called? That's what they're going to be called for now. And I'm going to commit to sticking my photo down. Oh, no, I forgot. I'm going to add a whole mess of cotton again. In my messy throw it all down and hope for the best kind of way. And you can see just the gems just sort of peek out, so they're not super obvious there. And I picked the smile phrase from the Paige Evans stickers there. I'm just trying to see if I wanted to use any of the other elements, but I don't. Just adding another layer of those gems into that top fold. I have these clear tab stickers. I think they're Avery tab stickers, and they've been in my stash forever. So I'm just using an October Afternoon roller stamp there with some silver ink to stamp, I think it says love you or Lala love you, something like that, to go into the tab, so that I can use that as another element. I have very, very few all white elements. I really struggled when going through my stash to find things that didn't have gold or black or, you know, teal. They all have another colour. I'm using the metallic 5 paperclip because she is 5 in this photograph. Just popping it behind my tab there, and I'm going to add some Simon Says Stamp Moonstone sequins. I'm just positioning them where I want them. Again, they're a lovely sort of clear sparkle, which adds another dimension without adding another colour. And to be honest, it was all I had in my stash that was the right colour. So, you know, not really a design thought there so much as necessity, because I didn't have anything else. But hey, let's pretend that that was a completely conscious thought. And I apologise again for the glare. I thought I'd got the lighting right for this one, and I do, as long as I don't move my photo to the right too much. I'm just testing out my grey pen there, but it's actually too deep a grey, so I'm actually lining a rough outline around the photo with a white pen, which you cannot actually see unless the light hits it just right, because it's kind of shiny. So yeah, that was kind of pointless, to be honest. And here's another little cheaty element in that I'm adding some Studio Calico and Silver Mist. And if you can hear my dog barking, I'm really sorry. It's almost bonfire night here, and there's fireworks going off, and she is barking like crazy. She's not a fan at all. It's her first instance of fireworks, so yes, I apologise if she's barking, or you can hear her barking. I certainly can. And that's it for this layout. So it's my all white layout. I would love if you tag me, if you have a go at the all white layout, if you tag me in it, I would love to see them. I'm really intrigued to see what anybody else comes up with, or maybe just, you know, not white, maybe try just an all of a different colour, all aqua or all yellow or something like that. That would be really fun, and I'd love to be tagged in it. If you want to show me what you've done, that would be awesome. And thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!